I remember writing down that, he gave my sister more money than me. Can you imagine? Am I knowing his child? My mom told me something. She told me that, and this is something that I actually knew, but I don't know why I did not think about it. When we ask God for something and God is giving us things, we collect our own and then we look at our neighbor's own and begin to feel like God is unfair. There was this time in my life, we're all in school, my siblings and I can remember vividly this fateful day. My sister and I were going to school the same period. We were in different schools. And my dad went to the bank to get money for us. And I remember he came back home. He brought 2 envelopes. And he gave my sister her own envelope and he gave me mine. And I remember I didn't look at my envelope. I was looking at her own envelope because her envelope was so big. Like, it was big. And when I looked at her own envelope, I looked at mine. Mine was extremely small. And I remember I was so angry. Now that I think about it, why was that? That's such a demonic thing to do. But anyway, I was so angry and I was just, upset the whole day. I thanked him. I just did the whole thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. And then I went inside and I was just angry. And I remember I used to write down, my emotions that time, diary things now. I used to write down my emotions and I write down what I'm feeling and how my day went. And so I remember writing down that, my father is a partial man. He gave my sister more money than me. Can you imagine? Am I knowing his child? Look at me now. My own money is small. Her own money is big. And now that I think about it, thank God for life. Thank God for salvation. Thank God for a lot of things. Because why was I like that? And I remember my sister laying her hands on that paper that I wrote all of that. And she showed my mom and, they called me and they're talking to me about how, like, why did I do that? Why am I jealous? I should remove the spirit of jealousy. I should do all of that. And, I came to realize over time, anyway, enough of the story. I came to realize over time that what I did that day is what most of us do to God. When we ask God for something and God is giving us things, we collect our own and then we look at our neighbor's own and begin to feel like God is unfair. We begin to feel like God is partial. We begin to feel like, why is this person's own more than mine? Like, what exactly is so special about this person that her own is, or his own is more than my own? Then we'll ask you God for mine. So why did you give her more than me? But then I'm about to tell you something that I realized, something that my mom taught me. My mom told me something. She told me that, and this is something that I actually knew, but I don't know why I did not think about it. Anyway, so she told me that my sister, what school is my sister going to? I mentioned my sister's school name. She said, what school am I going to? I told her. She asked me, how much is sister's school fees? I told her. She asked me, how much is your own school fees? I told her. That kind of thing. When I was answering the second question, my voice started reducing because I was now realizing that truly I was a fool. And she now told me that, so why is your envelope smaller than her own envelope? And then I told her, because my school fees and all my needs are not as much as her own. And she said, so did your dad give you what you need or what you needed? And I said yes. She asked me the question again, did he give you everything that you asked him to give you? And I said yes. She said, can the money in your hand pay your fees, buy your essential needs, buy every single thing and still leave you with extra money? And I said yes. She said, so your sister's envelope, what is in her envelope? I told her. And she said, can it pay her school fees, buy her provision and leave her extra money? I said yes. And she said, would you be satisfied with your envelope? Like, would you be truly satisfied with all that is in your envelope? And I said yes. And she said, would your sister be satisfied with all that is in her envelope? I said yes. And I learned something very, very profound. What I learned very profoundly was the fact that if my dad had given me her envelope and given her my envelope, I would have had more than enough. And what that would have led to would probably be like the prodigal son or something. I'd have probably squandered the rest, or maybe I'd have even saved it or something, which is not a bad thing to do. But on her own part, it would have been very bad because that envelope could not satisfy what she wanted. It was too small. And so most times God gives us according to our need. God gives us according to what we really, 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 really need. And it's important that we know that God gives us according to what we need. And sometimes we might not even be aware, we might not even realize that what God gave us was exactly what we needed. I know we have a lot of wants. We want to drive cars, we want to fly, into different countries, we want to have properties, we want to do a lot of things with money. And the money we have that God keeps giving us is not really enough. But then it is enough, actually. If only you would ask that God should open your eyes to see what He sees, and then you will realize that what God gave you was exactly what you needed, because it would settle all your bills, it would feed, it would provide for you, it will still leave you with extra. And once that is finished, you can still go to God. God is enough. God has enough. He keeps giving you. There is no take and never come back. And then when I realized, because when I finished paying my fees, I finished buying everything, I still needed money at some point, and I called my dad and he sent me money. And my sister too will call and he will send her money. So enough of feeling like or thinking that God is partial or God does not love you the way He loves someone else because He keeps giving that person more than He gives to you. But realize that God gives you exactly what you need and more. But you've not realized it yet. So let me know in the comment section your thoughts on this same issue. If you've ever experienced something like this where you've been so bitter and angry about someone else's thing, and you just be looking at your own like, God, what exactly is going on? Do you love this person more than you love me? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. I can't believe I'm saying don't forget to subscribe. It's been so long. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Please, let's run fast, quickly. Share this video with all your family or your friends, people that you love, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.